On Monday, July 5th, 2021, this is a interview with our dear Grandma Bernice. Bernice, what is your full name and what are the names of your parents and siblings?
My full name is Bernice Rose Sweary Anderson, and my mom is Julia Sweary, and my dad is George Sweary.
And how many siblings did you have?
7.
And what are their names?
Florence, Harold, Leonard, Don, Joanne, and Yvonne.
How did your parents choose your name, and does it have a special meaning?
Yes, and the names were chosen, well, not the first name, but the middle name were chosen by who you were sponsored for when you were baptized. They took the name of the woman, yeah.
Did you have any nicknames?
Yes. You want to know what it is?
Sure, yeah.
Spunk.
Spunk.
What did you say? Spunk?
How
Was there a nickname?
How did you get that nickname?
I don't know, because I think I was pretty aggressive.
Who gave it to you? Was it your family?
My
or
brother.
Your brother? Okay. When and where were you born?
North of Bluffton.
North of Boston. And what year and date?
1930, August 5th, 1932.
And when and where were your family members born?
My dad was born in Holland, and my mom was born in Holland.
And your brothers and sisters were also born in the same place?
In around Mills, yeah.
Yeah, around those, okay. What kind of things did your family do together when you were young?
What did we do?
Mm-hmm.
We played a lot of games, outside games, yeah.
Like what kind of games were they?
Oh, like Goose and the Gander, you make those circles, and anti-over, the bump house, and let's see what else. Oh, we had a billy goat that we hooked up, and we chased that. I want to say one more thing about that. And they came in the house one time, this billy goat, chasing the dog. Got to the door, they came in, and my sister hit that billy goat with my doll, and it flew in all pieces. But my dad put it back together.
Oh. That must have been pretty exciting.
It was. And it wasn't exciting, it was very sad.
Well, when you saw your doll break apart.
Yes.
Sure. Well, good thing he was able to put that back together.
Yeah, it had hooks, years
Though. Who were some of your friends, and what were your fondest memories of spending time with them?
Oh, my best friend growing up was Rosella Johnson, and we lived real close. Maybe I don't remember how far. I just both farm. We both had farms, and we did everything together. The best thing we used to do is find Easter eggs. And the other thing we did, we went upstairs. She had a phonograph that had those round that you slid on there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and we used to go up there and wind that and play that.
Wow.
Yeah.
The spindle. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's neat.
What schools did you attend?
I attended 3 country schools: Butler, Wolf Lake, and North of New York Mills. South of New York Mills, and then I went to high school in New York Mills.
And what were your favorite subjects?
Science and I don't think too many.
Yeah. And who, if any, did you have, or do you remember your favorite teachers, and why were they your favorite?
Oh yes, I do. There was 2 of them. Walter Dresser was my 6th, 7th, and 8th grade teacher, and my favorite one in high school was I can't remember his name, but there was a gentleman at Mills. Yeah. Maybe I'll think about it.
Yeah, if it comes back to you, we can come back.
Yeah.
How did you meet Grandpa? Reuben.
Well, we lived in the same house, and he was working. He was 12 years old when his dad died, and he went to live with a bachelor. but then he'd come home and change for school, and we used to walk to school together. 7th grade, starting in 7th grade.
Well,
I mean, more than just I and him. I mean, there were lots of us. Yeah.
So those walks to school together, you guys got
Right.
pretty close
Yes.
on those, huh?
Mhm.
And how did Grandpa Ruben propose?
Oh, I can't remember, but I know he he bought me a ring. He was working in Ferguson. He bought a ring, and this was in like August, and then he proposed and we got married that same day when he bought that engagement ring.
Mm. And I think you answered the next one. It was when and where were you married?
When?
Yeah. And where?
January 1st, 1950, and we were married in the parish house in Bluffton.
And what are your children's names, and when were they born?
Oh,
I guess you
Kathy,
can start with
Maurice.
the oldest. Yeah.
Kathy Marie is my firstborn. She was born May 21st, 1951. And then was Joyce Lynn. Well, she was Anderson then, but she's Bobel now. And she was born May 26th, 1954. And then Diane is Diane Leah Anderson, and she's a Hippola now, but her she was born January 1957. And then Doug.
Yeah.
He was born June 9th of 1963.
And I know you were sharing some memories earlier about you smashing milk in my mom's face and scaring her as she came around the corner.
She said that.
But what are some other special memories that you have about your children?
Oh boy. You want to know some? Painting the chicken house red. Joyce was on the ladder and Kathy was down. She got more paint on Kathy than the building. That was one. And the other one was, we had a lean-to in the barn, and they were supposed to, they would climb up there, and then they would pretend they were shoveling it off, and then they would slide with the shovel or whatever they did, and land it in the snowbank in the back of the barn.
Picking rock.
Oh yes, picking rock. And they scared me half to death. Kathy told Diane, look at Joyce, how much she's picking. So Diane goes under the trailer, picks rocks, and keeps handing it to Kathy. So Kathy was throwing them. And then she went and laid in the path of the wheel, Diane did, stretched out her arms way out, and she hollered, and Mom, you ran over Diane. So I look back, and there she's laying. Now, is that enough?
That's good. That's pretty good stuff. And where have you all lived? Like where are all the places you've lived?
Oh man, for 7 years we traveled around, and we lived every corner and every place in the between in Minnesota. I could name. Well, we lived at Iron Range, and then we lived at Oslo and Alvarado and stuff. That's on the North Dakota side. Then we were in Jasper, Minnesota. That's down by South Dakota side. And then we were at Fairmont, and that's on the Wisconsin side. And then in between. Yeah.
I didn't realize you guys had moved around that much.
Oh yeah.
Dad worked
We had a trailer.
Dad worked road construction.
Yeah.
So who have you worked for and what jobs did you do?
Okay, I worked, I farmed for 18 years. And then I worked at Lindy's Hardware. I was a clerk. And then I worked at Site Drug. And I was, I was a clerk too, but I did mostly the cards.
And then hospital. When you were young.
Oh, when I was real young, I was you did more, practically like a nurse's aide. I mean, you did everything. I mean, we were alone, two of us at night, until 8 o'clock and stuff like that. I was I had to wear white uniforms and white shoes. And
Pretty cool. I didn't know that either. Has faith or religion played a role in your life?
has what?
Faith or
Oh,
religion?
yes, it has very much so. Yeah, growing up, when I was 17, I married Reuben, and he was Lutheran, and that's where I started really learning about myself.
Mm.
Before I don't remember anything, like what I learned before, because it was too much land and stuff. So yeah,
In the Catholic Church.
Mhm.
yeah.
What
And
did,
I want to say that because that's true.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm. What did you do to get through difficult times in your life?
Give it to God.
Yeah. hmm What are your favorite holiday memories and traditions?
Spending 4th of July in Hayesville.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite things, such as favorite colors, flowers, books, songs, foods, or pets, or
Well, books,
anything?
well, color is my kind of like this beigey stuff is my color more.
Mhm.
So, yeah,
Mhm.
and then my books were anything history or geography or anything like that.
Mhm. And what trips or vacations do you remember, and which one was your favorite?
Well, we traveled all the east of the Mississippi. I mean, west of the Mississippi. We went to every state.
You and
We had
Grandpa
our-
did.
Yeah, when
Mhm.
we had our, and I think Zion, is that Zion? Where they have, I think it's not. It's all real colorful. What is that? Do you know, Sean?
Yosemite?
Grand
I mean,
Canyon.
Zion is a park. Could have been there.
It's got all kinds of colors and stuff, like a window and.
Not Grand Canyon.
No. I mean, we were there, but that isn't my favorite. Was that one? Yeah.
Mhm.
The Aurora Borealis? Is that what you're
No,
talking?
no, that's the Northern Lights. That's
Yeah.
I was like,
Good
I know what
colors.
it looks like.
yeah. We'll think about that one.
Yeah. What experiences in your life have molded you into the person you are today? What experiences in life kind of molded you?
Well, I think working in the hospital when I was young,
Mm-hmm.
that motivated me. I wanted to be a nurse, but I never.
Mhm.
Those years it was pretty hard.
What are your favorite things to do now?
Oh, crochet and embroidery and read and yeah.
And you made us all a lot of nice blankets and
Yeah.
hats
Yes,
for
I
kids
did.
and everything. And the last question, what do you hope for your children and your grandchildren?
That they all grow up to be faithful and good children, which I have. I have very, very good children, and I wouldn't trade them for anything.
You can tell us what you really think after we turn off the
Yeah.
recording.
That's what I really think.
All right, that's all the questions I have. Thank you, Grandma.
Okay.